habari, which is a greeting in Swahili. I welcome you today to Hood Grillin. I'm special guest Kenyan Johnny. Today we'll be doing goat ribs with apple everything. So come along with us while we explore the world of goat meat. And also you'll learn how to count from 1 to 10 in Swahili. Come on this edition of Hood Grillin with special guest Kenyan Johnny. And we're back. Today we'll be reading from our Thumbsuckers activity book. We'll be counting from 1 to 10 in Swahili. Alright guys, and we're back and we're about to make our marinade for our goat ribs. So what we're going to do all things apple today. So we got our some good Fuji apples. We're going to slice up. Alright guys, we got our signature Crown Royal apple. Pop that open. I'm going to do about just about half a cup. I'm going to do about a cup and a half of just any old apple juice. Take that out. Pour that in here, like so. What we're gonna do? And our goat ribs are rather thin, as you can see. We're just going to take those and just add those right into the marinade. And take the gloves off. I'm going to cross-contaminate. Set this there. Always bag them in 2 bags so that way, guaranteed there's no spillage. You just seep all that air out right before we close it. All the air out right before we close it. And we're moving around just a little bit. And I'm Kenyan Johnny, and on this episode we're doing goat ribs with all apple. Place this in the refrigerator for 1 to 24 hours at your leisure. And we'll be back on this edition of Hood Grillin with special guest Kenyan Johnny. Kwaheri, and welcome back to Hood Grillin with special guest Kenyan Johnny. Now we're going to take a look at our goat ribs. DZ is what they call it in Swahili. So now what we're going to do is we've got our ribs and they've already been marinating for about 24 hours. So remember, we did all things apple. Crown Royal apple liquor and just plain old apple juice, and we let this marinate for about 24 hours. Now what we're going to do now is make the rub for it. What we're going to do is we're going to take some applewood rub. And we're going to take a little bit of brown sugar. Like so, our fingers. all we're gonna do is just kind of just coat it. That's it. Take your hands off and then wow, you should be just like this. Now of course you're just not going to slap it right on the grill. What you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of wax paper. Make sure you cover it. Like this. Then take a piece of foil. Cover it just like this. Now what's going to happen is you're just going to let that rub, just sweating that meat. And let's go ahead and build a fire. Today we'll be cooking on our trash can smoker. So let's get to it. Now with all things apple, you have to have apple wood. And that's why we're getting ready to saw a nice piece of chunk to add in there. Now one thing about apple wood, if you soak it in some water, it lasts a lot longer. So sometimes it's good to soak your wood. You can soak it in apple juice or you can soak it in some apple water, either or. And you have plenty of time. So we'll be right back. When we fill the pit, you'll see everything. And we'll be ready for our mbizi, which is Swahili, or the meaning of goat. We'll be right back. Now we got our apple wood. Now we're ready to start the fire. And we'll be right back with Kenyan Johnny, all things apple, goat ribs, mbizi in Swahili. Jumbo, which is a greeting in Swahili, and we're back. It's been about 45 minutes since we put our apple rub on, brown sugar mixture on top of the ribs. And if I'm correct, they should almost kind of look like candy. So let's take a peek. Yep, and that's kind of like what you're looking for right there. And next time you'll see these ribs, they'll be going into the trash can smoker. We'll be right back with this edition of All Things Apple, Goat Ribs, Kenyan Johnny. We'll be right back. Alright guys, and we're back with All Things Apple, easy in Swahili for goat. And when I'm in America, guys, you always want to be safe. When you grab this thing right here, they're going to be very hot, so you're going to take that off. You're going to set this down to the side like this. What we're going to do, we're going to pull our ribs. Because the ribs are so thin, it made a little grate. Just going to set them right on top of here, and that'll smoke real good. And it's going to taste just like candy apples. Just like Cameo, just like candy. I can feel it when you mouth. Take them, set them right here, like this. Pull my gloves off. Top. Set it back on here. The temperature should rise, and just remember, guys, when I'm in America, I call it good old goat. But if I'm in Kenya, Mbizi, and Swahili is goat. And we'll be right back with the finished product of the goat ribs, all things apple.
Life is so delicate, so make una see me as evidence. Baba God, now my confidence. His blessings are endless, so I see the same I don't go. Some people they bubble, I continue the struggle, they double my hustle.
Hey guys, thank you for checking out this edition of Hood Grillin' with special guest Kenyan Johnny. These are our goat ribs, and this is how they turned out. And remember, if you are in Kenya, you might say Mbizi. If you're in America, it's just good old goat. Thank you for watching.